Okay, we'll be live. I'll put this way over here. So you put it way over here. See how it gives you a much better clue? Fancy. Who's thinking of fancy? So that's Trevor's fancy. So here we are at one of our favorite places, by the way. Let me get my thing going.
Most of y'all want to know where they at. We're at Blaze Pizza.
Blaze in Laurel.
Yeah.
In Laurel, Maryland. Great pizza. Here with Vanessa.
Now, Vanessa, where you flying from?
Where's you coming from?
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky.
That's why I'm from Chicago. Go Bears.
Well, first of all, I mean, you're down in Louisville, Kentucky, home of the champ.
Yes.
Past champ. I mean, he'll always be the champ.
Absolutely.
And now you're having pizza, but is this pizza different than pizza in Chicago?
It is good.
Okay, what'd you get? I have a veggie pizza. See, veggie pizza. Show them what kind of pizza you got.
Sausage and cheese.
You got sausage and cheese. I got a veggie pizza with meat on it. Is that possible? Like turkey meat and veggie. It's good. I don't know. Trevor got a plain cheese pizza over there.
I got the kind of pizza you eat.
What's a plain cheese pizza?
Kind you eat. So, I know we are now getting ready to working on some of the latest books and some of the people that we got a chance to work with. And I don't know about you, Vanessa, but a lot of people who write books these days, really, they say in their mind they're going to sell it for $20, end up selling it like they're selling bootleg DVDs 2 for $10.
And by the way, Candace said, "Really? You're feeding her? Really?"
Right.
Candace, don't worry. Joe can have food
I know they didn't feed
next
you
time.
yesterday. My heart went out to you because
she had apple. You had apple. She's the well-ologist. She had apple.
Yeah.
The well-ologist had apple.
Joe, some people, you said they have these books, and they think if they just write a book and just get it printed, that they're going to just make money from it.
Right. And then what happens is they end up owning 500 of them, and they sell 20 of them, and the rest be in their garage. And afterwards, they basically try to pawn them off on their family. Hey, you want to copy my book? You can always tell when somebody's book don't really sell, because when you see them, they be trying to get a book away from you. Hey, you want to copy my book? I got the book. I'm not giving it away. I'm going to sell this thing.
The first night I ordered boxes of them. I ordered like 700 books. And I was so excited. It took me forever to get them home. And they sat in my garage for about 4 years. Every time I was trying to take a couple with me, would you like one? Would you like one? Would you like one? That was a lot of work.
Because I think number one, they really got to have a plan before they create the book. Like, how you going to sell this book? What's the unique selling proposition? Did you have a sales page in place? Did you have speaking engagements lined up where you could talk about the book? A lot of times they just do the book, and they get so narrowly focused on just the book that they never think about how to sell it. But not our clients. Our clients are able to sell their books for almost $100 a pop. And that's some of the stuff that we're going to be teaching at Otts. But what are your thoughts?
Well, I work with a lot of authors, and they have that same problem. And I always caution them because there's so many people when you're writing a book that are like, oh, I can't wait till you're finished. Oh, yay. And then when you write the book and you give them that event, your book signing, they're like, oh, man, was your book signing Saturday? I forgot. And you end up not selling the book. But what I realized, and I wish I had author camp back in 2009, when I did my first book, because it was a struggle, and I ended up doing what I call a 5-figure book deal, but it was over the course of 3 or 4 years, and I stumbled into it. I didn't know what I was doing going into it.
Roberta Space says you're absolutely right. Keep on going.
I didn't know.
Luciana said hello.
I didn't realize that in order to really make money on your book, it's not going to come from the sales of your book.
With 20, hey, by the way, Hakeem says hello. It's a really good topic today.
Right.
But I only sold 150 books. Only sold 150 books.
Okay.
The rest of it came from having something else in place. the conferences, the coaching, all
with derivative products that you can create based upon the book. And I think so many people, their initial struggle is, I got to get this book off my back. Like, oh, it's like writing an essay. And you get so focused on that part that you don't, it's almost like you don't have enough in you to do the other part.
right.
And so one of the things that we like to do is a real process of walking people through doing their book. And in many cases, done in anywhere between 3 days to 14 days. Just done. And then also remembering the rules. Like, don't try to tell your whole life story in a book. Like my grandma used to say, save some fun for later.
Well, you know, I'm curious because I keep hearing the phrase out there. I don't know if y'all have said it, so I'm curious maybe y'all can help me understand. They keep saying the book is the new business card.
I was about to say
Now,
that.
I'm trying to understand that. It's because when I meet you, instead of giving you my business card, I give you this whole book to read, and that's supposed to be my new business card. But, because I know we're talking about how they make money, but I'm curious if you can kind of break down the difference of why is it called the book is the new business card.
The book is the new business card because now, particularly in 2016, going into 2017, the biggest thing you have to deal with is engagement. That is the word, is engagement.
Engagement with the book?
No, engagement with your potential clients, your potential customers. And the book allows, in the day, somebody would take your business card and they would look at your title that was on your business card and decide whether they wanted to engage with you more. Back in the day, if you had a business card, you know, you was the stuff.
Right.
I mean, I remember, and I'm dating myself now, I'm giving my age away, but I remember those first few business cards I did, they would run off my computer.
Everybody has some
running. You know, they were.
Hey, if you're out there and you had a business card that you printed on your printer one time, you're not a real entrepreneur unless you did this. But if you did that quick, come on, y'all. Quick. I did it. Just raise your hand and be like, my first business card, I printed off on my computer.
Yes.
With business.
It's a place called. You get some really beautiful paper from Paper Direct. Make you look like you know.
Yeah, you thought you were saving money till them ink cartridges start. You being stapled. See, look, can I testify? You be like, I'm about to save some money. You be spending about $60 for ink cartridges.
Absolutely.
You're gonna be printing off the side. You be like, oh man, where's the ink?
Had that business
You leave your
card.
printer, that's gonna be jammed.
I know. Had your business card with that little ink trailing off to the side. Being there praying, please let me just get 10 more cards out of this cartridge. I need 10 more cards.
So, check this out. I think we gotta have real talk, right? One at Author Camp, we're gonna teach them how to write their book, how to sell their book, how to publish their book. And I get it, it's a million daggone programs that do books and all. There's just a million people that do that foolishness. But let me tell you something. I don't know why y'all invite me on these hangouts, because then I say something controversial and it'll be out there in the rest of the world. But you know why the market is so saturated now with books that don't sell? Because so many of the books that are written now are just bad. They're just bad. People are saying, I'd rather write a bad book than no book at all. No, I'd rather for you write no book. Because at the end of the day, the market is saturated with bad books. And also, you don't need to write a book every time somebody kicked your dog. Somebody kicked my dog, I'm about to write a book about it. You know what I mean? I broke up with my girlfriend. I'm gonna write a book about it.
And you said bad. What makes it a bad book?
Well,
is it the language in the book?
Well,
Is it the storyline?
No, don't start.
No, I mean, is it okay? My grammar's bad. No, I'm saying, I know I might have bad grammar from time to time in my book.
I got my
But does
list.
that make it bad?
You bought some bad books. You like, Shay, I've been with Shay, and we've been at some events, and we've been in a hotel,
I mean, for
and they
me,
gave Shay a book, and Shay like, Shay, throw that thing in the trash. He don't even take it out of the hotel.
Okay, I mean, for me, the book is bad. If it says I'm going to talk about, let's say, for example, how to better go running. I'm going to say running because I love to run. And I open it up, and then they have nothing in there dealing with what the title was.
No,
so I feel like it's a bait and switch.
Can I testify, Pastor? Can I testify, Bishop?
I feel like it's a bait and switch.
Can I testify, Bishop?
You have the floor, Reverend.
The book where you see about, you got 2 pages of content, and you get to pages 3, 4, and 5, and all you see is lines. Lines on the page. Oh yeah, the classic, half the book is, here's some lines on the page. I think to myself, really? Like, really? Like, you know, it's like, this book is about, the book was all thick, 45 of the pages is just straight line.
I'm not even asking for all that. I'm just asking for the title to match the book. So that if I buy a book for a reason, it's going to at least give me a solution or answer in there. When that doesn't happen to me, that's bad.
Okay.
We got to stop trying to celebrate everybody else and all. Some of these people writing bad books.
But that is why the book is the new business card.
No.
Because when that person that wrote that half a book tries to sell you their $5,000 program, you're looking at this book. And at least for me, if I can't trust you,
hopefully it's not a book with a bunch of lines in it.
Well, that's the thing. If I can't trust you to deliver on a $20 book, then
I see your point.
I can't trust you
That's the point.
to deliver on a $5,000 program.
I agree.
So that is why the book is the new business card. One of the reasons.
Well, check this out, right? Look, we started creating a new process of doing the book. A lot of the books in our space are personal and professional development books, right? Mm-hmm. So recently we developed and patent pending a new process called assessment-based books. And an assessment-based book, and it's some of the things we're going to be teaching in author camp. Like a lot of times, if I got a problem, in all honesty, I really don't want to read 20 chapters over 2 weeks to solve the problem. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that we shouldn't read the whole book, but how cool would it be to get to the chapter that had the solution to your problem? So what if, Vanessa, this is the thing we've been working on, check it out. This is kind of like our patent pending stuff, unique. What we've been doing with our new clients is we've been creating an assessment in the book. At the first chapter is an assessment.
Okay.
And this is the way of personalizing the book to you because it's your assessment. And after that assessment, based upon your answers, it tells you which chapter is most likely to have the answers to the problems that you're facing. Now, that doesn't discourage you from reading the whole book, but you can get right to the solution to the problem that you're having.
Okay.
And the thing about that is I believe that that is the new way that it's coming because we want our answers. We live in a microwave society. Mm-hmm. Everything is happening so much faster. And so we have to speed it up. So now when we do our books, we start them right out with an assessment to better help for us to try to understand them and to basically dynamically be able to create the solution that they need. And say, basically, based upon how you answer, let's just say I'm writing a book on how to be a 7-figure entrepreneur. And we do an assessment at the beginning of the book. And based upon the assessment, we determine that they have a marketing problem and they have a PR problem.
Okay.
The specific chapters that are going to help you with your marketing problem and your PR problem is this. Okay. The social media chapter is a good chapter, but you're already strong on social media, so you want to skip past that and get right to blank. See, the thing about it is that the thing we got to understand is that when we talk about personal and professional development books, they were really never meant to be read cover to cover because they're not nonfiction.
Right.
They are meant to be read and then implemented. And so you have to read it. You have to take it in. You got to learn from it, right? And then you got to implement it, right? And then once you do that, then it's time to go read another chapter. But what's happening is people read the book cover to cover. You know, one of the things, one of my little secrets is, because, you know, I'm still single, and when I go to a young lady's house, I look on the bookshelf, right?
Sandy Hawk said she'll see you in December. Thanks for having us now. She's getting some ideas.
Yeah.
She'll be there.
So, you know.
Thanks, Sandy, for saying that. Look forward to seeing you.
So when I go to a young lady's house, right, I look on her bookshelf, and I can always tell what's wrong with her by what's on her bookshelf. Now, seriously, right? Or let me see your iBooks account, right? Because they read the same books over and over again. And it's like if you are reading a book to solve a problem, and then you buy another book for that problem, and then you buy another book for that problem, obviously, right, obviously your book didn't solve the problem. But the problem may not be the book. The problem is they're reading the book cover to cover. So the other thing is we are assuming that because it's a book that people know how to use the book. The bare minimum is reading the book, but you got to tell them how to read the book. Like if I'm doing something about business, it may be only necessary for you to read one chapter every 3 weeks to give you enough lead time to actually implement this in your life or in your business or, you know, or in your health. You follow me?
Okay, so Trevor, now you're really putting the pressure on the authors.
Right,
because they have to now write really good books, very focused books that solve problems. So I can't put in a whole bunch of stories, and I mean I can put some stories in, but I can't have a whole 200-page book that really don't solve a problem under your format.
But my whole point is, this is a new style of book.
Think about
what if you thought of a book as new technology? Let's just say if you bought, when I bought this Apple Watch, y'all see this Apple Watch? That thing came with what? An instruction manual. You buy a new DVD player, well, you know, we dating ourselves because nobody has a DVD player, but you buy a DVD player, the first thing you look for is an instruction manual of how to use it. Well, if you start to see the book that you are producing is more valuable, then you would be more inclined to give people instructions on how to use this technology. Because all books are not meant to be read cover to cover. And especially in the personal and professional development space. So you have to give some consideration about what is the best or optimum way to utilize this book in your business and in your life. That's why you got to be thinking. You got to be thinking. And you got to do less copying. So what we do is we go out there and I saw Joe Blow did his book this way. He wrote like 2 lines, 2 pages, and a whole bunch of lines, 2 more pages, a whole bunch of lines. Well, I saw this person, they got sick. And after they got sick, they wrote a book about how they got sick. So I'm gonna write a book about when I got sick. This person, everybody is just following the leader. And I'm not saying following the leader is a bad thing, but if the leader is broke and you follow the leader, you're gonna be broke. If the leader ain't sold no books and they're all in his garage, you're gonna be following the person who has books in the garage. So you're gonna have books in your garage. If you are following the person that's writing a bad book, you're gonna write a bad book. And then the thing is, you gotta dare to be different. So in Author Camp, don't even come if you just want to be the copycat of the last 20,000 people who did the same thing. You know, one thing about Author Camp is I want to work with people who dare to be original, like who have the courage to actually stand out. And yeah, I want you to tell your stories. And yes, I want you to have a perspective, but start to see the whole picture. I got my book, I got my workbook, I got my quote book. I got my digital academy. I created based on it. I got my affirmation cards. Like, let me tell you, one of the books that we wrote, that we did, we took all of the quotes from the book. We added images to them, and then we put them together in a coffee table book that just had the quotes from us in it. And the coffee table book was like $50. The regular book was like $20. The workbook was like $10. The affirmation cards was like another $10, right? The membership portal to go along with it was like $97. We put the bow on the whole thing, and it was like, here's this $200 super package. I don't know about you. I'm not in the business for trying. You'll make more money selling DVDs out the back of your trunk for $20 than you will trying to sell a bad book. They gotta be thinking, it's not book is the new business card. It's book is the damn business. That's the right quote. See, the cliche is book is the new business card. No. Book is the damn business if you do it right. By the way, for those people,
I'm stealing it. I'm gonna give him credit. Y'all heard it. I'm gonna give him credit. Like I know, but I'm taking that one. I'm taking that one. Because, and I may do this, Trevor, for Author Camp. I don't know.
right?
I may do it, I may not. But I may do a secret session,
Okay.
a special session on the 14 ways to monetize your message.
Okay.
And the book is only one way. You can take that same message,
Right.
and if you do it the way you described, Trevor, you're lining up the solutions. Because in order to do the book you're talking about, you really have to know what solution you have, what problem you're solving.
Right.
Which goes right into what Shay teaches. I mean, if you do that, then writing the sales copy for this book is a piece of cake.
Right.
Because you know what the problems are that you're solving.
Right.
So you have that already. Every chapter, and this is what we've been working on in kind of our secret lab, is every chapter, if you write it right, can be a done-for-you solution that's a $249 to $449 solution, and a $2,000 solution, or a done-for-you, a done-with-you, and a done-for-you solution. Every chapter in a book. So if you got 10 chapters in your book, and you're solving, you should be solving at least 8. Each chapter should be solving
A problem.
a problem. So let's say you got an introductory chapter, you got a conclusion chapter, you have 8 problems you should be solving. That's 8 programs that you could have on those levels of done for you, done with you, you know, on that area. But it has to start with the book. You don't have any of that
Well,
until you get
here's
the book
the other thing.
out your head.
Is check this out, okay? All right, y'all ready? You ready to go for the next level?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. All right, so let's just say you got 10 chapters. 8 of those chapters deal with specific problems, which create specific solutions, right? And going with the principle of not reading the book cover to cover, that you read it and then you implement it, you can create 8 separate accountability groups to help the people implement that chapter in their life.
Yes.
Right? Now you can host these for free on Facebook. So 8 private Facebook groups that each 8 private Facebook groups that deal with accountability in the area of that chapter. So let's just say chapter 1 is about marketing, chapter 2 is about branding, chapter 3 is about public relations. So basically I got some things that I want you to do. So I have a marketing accountability group that basically, if it was my book, I would write 12 chapters and say, hey, this book is meant to be read over a 1-year period. Read 1 chapter a month and then spend a month implementing that in your life. Because as the quote-unquote sales cardiologist would say, V. Shay Brown, is one idea what?
Or implement it, yeah.
Is better than 1,000 ideas that you know about. Can I get a mic? Can I just drop a damn mic somewhere? You know, here's the mic. I'm just gonna drop a mic. But in all seriousness, now check that out. Now you had a separate accountability group for each chapter, and so that now that they read the chapter, now that they want to implement the chapter, they can help hold themselves accountable, mastermind with and network with people who are also working through that same problem, but also are under the same teaching.
Okay.
Man, book is not the new business card, man. Book is the business, man. And you gotta be thinking out of. Matter of fact, I like what Michael Roberts said. Michael Roberts, the billionaire, he said this. He said, don't think outside the box. He said his exact words was forget the damn box. Forget the box ever existed. And so if you think out of the box, you're like, okay, I got a separate accountability group for every chapter in my book. I tell people don't read my book cover to cover. Read 1 chapter a month for the next year, and it will change your life.
Move them through the different groups, so you're engaging with them, because that is key.
And that's
that
progress.
is so key. You gotta engage, and that's the thing that authors do not do. authors think, here, you have my book, and that's it. I'm done. Hands off. You can go to my website and see a bunch of other stuff that has nothing to do with my book. But if I bought your book, I've indicated to you that you have answers to something I'm concerned about. But we can be so arrogant sometimes that we're like, well, I'm the author. So if you want more from me, you got to come over here.
All right, so let's put some more hot sauce on this book. Let's put some more hot sauce on this book. So then, if you did this, let's go to the next level. Let's keep expanding.
Okay.
Now, you can help other people. You can put a chapter in the book that says how to start your own book club / mastermind with this book. So now, because they're only reading one chapter a month and implementing it, now they can create a book club around the book, and now you can offer an opportunity for them to buy, not one book, but my book club, well, when you're buying 20 books, it's $5 a book.
Right, absolutely.
So that you can facilitate this book club, and if your book club is over, if you buy up to 100 books, if you buy 100 or more books or 50 or more books, I will come and speak to your book club.
Absolutely.
Come on. Now I sold them 100 books.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Come on, Chef.
That's good. No, I like it.
They ain't coming for my, they like to come for my lunch. Come for my lunch.
Absolutely. And with technology now, that's so easy to do.
Right.
You don't even have to go.
You got to get out of the box.
You can do it.
I mean, what I'm hearing here is that really you have to think.
I ain't
Way
done with the
bigger
hot
than the
sauce
book.
yet. I'm still got some more hot sauce. You ready for some more? Now we got the hot sauce, but I'm gonna add a little salt, pepper to it. I'm gonna add a little salt, pepper to it, right? Add a little oregano. Then here's the next thing you can do. In every chapter, once you have completed the assignments, right? We have a reward. So you have to turn your assignment in, to the book. You turn it into one of the Facebook groups, and once you turn your assignment in, we reward you with a 10-minute power coaching session, where you can meet with the author to ask, we call it an AMA session. AMA stands for Ask Me Anything. And on that AMA session, we can properly position them for other products and services that we may have the offer, i.e. coaching. What's up, Jay? What's up? They want to come to my lunch, they better get in line. I'm not an author, I'm an entrepreneur who happens to write books. Come on. Holla if y'all hear brother out there. Y'all hear brother out there with this hot sauce? Come on, give a brother. Can I get some parts or some thumbs or some something out there?
Make sure my
at the end of the day, what I'm hearing is the book is just the beginning. And a number of folks think that the book is the end result.
Y'all better get over to AuthorCamp16.com.
They lay everything down on the book, when in fact it's all the things that come from the book.
Right.
I mean, that's what I'm hearing.
The derivative.
Shay, think about it. How many times do people come to you for help with sales, and they say one of their biggest problems is prospecting?
Absolutely.
And because I sit at Shay's feet when it comes to getting my sales swagger and my sales courage, and you're always telling us about the whole thing of prospecting. You always have to be prospecting. You cannot stop that, because when you stop prospecting, somewhere down the line, it's going to get a little lean because you don't have people in the pipeline. Right. Here is your perfect prospecting model, because these people, and you're engaging them, and that's what's so key. You have these people in your group. You're talking to them about solutions to problems they have. This cuts out all of the rejection stuff that you're worried about as you're talking to people new, and you're asking them, so what do you do? And what problem do you have in your business? When people get in these Facebook groups, I remember several Facebook groups. And that's why I love social media, because people will tell you.
Social media accountability groups to help them implement that chapter in their book or their life, or their business or their life.
Absolutely. That are telling you what their problems are.
And all you gotta do is just go listen.
All you gotta do is listen.
That's it.
Hey, look.
And for entrepreneurs, we see solutions everywhere. We're like what was that movie, The Sixth Sense, where little kid was like, I see dead people. We see solutions
I see that.
everywhere.
You see that? That's a classic movie, man.
You know, I never saw the movie either, but I heard that line. I heard that line.
Right.
I see dead
The
people.
movie's dope. Y'all should see the movie.
But we see solutions everywhere.
Well,
It's a group.
Well, the other thing is, at author camp, there's some amazing people that's going to be there. So we have Ryan Green is going to be there, specializes in helping people market their book. I was going to be teaching something called the Big Event Blueprint.
Big Blueprint, yep.
Yep. You have Stephanie Mann, Ghostwriter to the Stars.
It's awesome.
Just got to be one of the most prolific writers of our age. If you don't know who Stephanie Mann is, just look her up on Facebook, Stefanie. And just really gifted writer. And then of course Vanessa will be there.
Vanessa!
Teaching, how to
Kentucky!
she'll be teaching how to be a publishing rock star. And the different types of publishing from most people limit themselves to kind of just Amazon, but there is publishing for the iBook format for the iPhones. There is publishing for the Kindle, publishing for the Amazon. There's hard book cover publishing. There's soft book publishing. And so she's going to be covering everything from ISBN numbers to dealing with your copyright. Layouts. And it's going to be phenomenal.
Stephanie Mann says hello. She can't wait to see it. She's watching.
Hey,
She's on board.
Did you get my name over there by your friend? Don't step on it. But basically, they're gonna actually in the camp actually really write chapters. Like, whoa, like you're gonna sit your butt down in there. You ain't gonna just sit there and get motivated, get fat off of some water and free candy. But basically, you're gonna actually do work and have real-time people to help critique what you're doing, help further you along. You have publishers, ghostwriters, editors, all in this place. All of the support you need is right there, and their only job is to help get that book out of you. Sometimes I think writing the book is almost, for lack of a better word, almost like being constipated. You just got to get we got to break some things up and get it out of you. You know what I mean? You need some milk and magnesium. But in all seriousness, they just get stuck with it. They get a block with it. They get locked down with it, and simplifying the process.
Well, I mean, the most important part too, other than all the labs that'll be there, is that you need sometimes somebody that's going to be thinking about how they're going to get the message, the different ways you can earn income from it, which is basically what y'all are talking about. The crux of the camp is obviously you're going to write something, and you need that. I mean, if you can't get it out of you, then there's no foundation.
Right.
So I'm glad everyone's going to be able to do that. But then there's the second piece you're talking about too, is how you're going to market it. Yeah. And most people think, well, I'll just post it on LinkedIn, or I'll just do this, and this is how I'll sell the book. But you already talked about with the accountability groups.
I do a virtual book tour.
The virtual book tour, the interviews, the socializing, the book, and so forth. That's all revenue that comes from you telling just your story. Because in some cases, some folks, they're not writing a how-to book, which is what you're talking about, how to build a house. They might just be telling their story with lessons woven in.
Specifically because, for those people who don't know what the Peak Performance Institute does, we are the #1 producers of African American experts in the country, and we're also the #1 management company for African American experts and speakers in the country. And so most of them deal with how to do something, like how to change your life, or how to be better in business, or these are experts from wellness to experts to health to experts to marketing, experts in branding. And so specifically, we deal in an area where we are, the thing that you need is an expert. The thing that you have to have is a speaker. The thing that you got to have is a coach. You should not be caught as a speaker, an expert, or a coach without a daggone book. Right. Because the book represents your methodology. The book represents your unique spin on generally a lot of times an idea that's been heard before, but you have a unique spin on it. Like you're listening now. We have a completely different spin on how to do a book.
Right.
And to that, you know, the book represents, everybody write this down right now, write this in the comment section below, that the book represents my unique methodology on my expertise. It's my unique methodology on my expertise, my knowledge. And I think, by the way, it might be some people out there that have a book. If you have a book, just go ahead. You just say, hey, I have a book.
If you have a book, go ahead, just post the name of the book. If you have an idea for a book.
Wait.
So if you have a book.
But if you have a book, we want you to sell some books. I want you to sell a book. So, you know, this ain't one of them broadcasts where we just want you, I'm glad y'all hitting the like button and stuff, but I want y'all to make some money. I'm on your revenue team. I'm not on your friendship team. Revenue team. I probably make a bad friend because I probably won't call you. But on the revenue side, you got a book. Put your book in below. Right? Now listen, if you don't have a book, don't be a hater. Recommend somebody else's book. Say, hey, I read this book. This was good. Check it out. Even go get the link to Amazon. You know, we got to stop treating each other like competitors and treat people like collaborators. Like, I'm going to recommend the book. I'm going to recommend...
Aisha Poor says hello. She's glad you're representing women, by the way. She said she's in the house.
I'm going to recommend the book. I'm going to recommend the book by my good friend, Andy Henriquez, called Show Up for Your Life. Right? I'm going to recommend that book. I'm going to recommend the book by Delator McNeil.
My book is Are You Ready
Between
for
a Dream and a
David
Job.
versus Spike, we see your book.
I'm going to recommend the book by Dr. Nikisha Doctor.
Okay, Dr. Nikisha Doctor.
Cracking the Code.
Cracking the Code, okay.
And her book deals with communication with young people. And, you know, she is a tremendous force in that area when it talks about communication. And we're sending special love to her in her area because I think they had to evacuate today.
Right.
The hurricane.
So,
Right. I'm going to recommend the book, The One, by Constance Carter, Tanasha Brown, and Sheila Moody.
And I'm going to recommend the book. You recommend 2 or 3 books, right? So I was trying to think.
What about Sales
I was trying to think
Swagger
of
by
book.
Shay
No, I'm not going to recommend my own book. But if you have a book, put it below because I want to be able to see it. I want to be able to see
Now,
your
if you
book.
don't have a book, recommend somebody else's book.
But I'm going to recommend, there's a couple out there, Trevor. They're really just doing some amazing things. They're out of Texas, Dallas, Texas. And I'm thinking about the Gene and Stephanie Morrow. They have a book that's coming out right now. Now, if you had a chance yet, check out this book.
Oh, that book is going to be.
It's called
I got a chance to
The
read the
Black Book.
It's
The Little Black Book of
phenomenal.
Champions, by the way.
Oh, God.
It's not in your thing. That's I called it yesterday. The Little Black Book of Champions.
You called it yesterday?
In your thing, but the number's probably not in there. It's Stephanie Morrow. Okay. But anyway, unless your Facebook.
Tell them to call Trevor Otts.
Yeah. Are you friends with Stephanie Morrow? Just send her a thing on Facebook. Oh, okay. But anyway, just get the book. Get the book. Just say The Little Black Book.
The Little Black Book of Champions. It's the Little Black Book of Champions. And what they did, they were two principles.
It's amazing.
There were 2 principles, and what they did was they studied basically the mental makeup of champions, and they basically determined what the scientific formula was for basically championship. And they said, hey, you know, if there's a formula for water, H2O, then there's also a formula for champions.
Absolutely.
And they took an in-depth look at what is the formula of a champion. And they basically said, if you put this together with this, together with that, and together with this, you are guaranteed to become a champion. And it's called The Little Black Book of Champions. I got a chance to do the pre-read on it. Oh, that thing is something phenomenal.
It's amazing.
All right, I got another book for you.
You got another book?
Yes.
By the way, y'all hit the like
Trey.
button on Stephanie Morrow. Go to Stephanie Morrow's page. She's another Stefanie. Not to be confused with Stephanie Mans. Goes right into the star.
Right.
But go ahead and give Stephanie Morrow and her husband Gene.
That's Collins' book. They're recommending your book, by the way.
Right.
50 mistakes the great grant writers made.
Yes.
Right. But go to Tomorrow's page and get him some love. Show him, say, hey, we heard about your book.
Yeah.
And listen, what I would do is ask for one of the pre-release copies, because the pre-release copies, they actually sign it for you, send it to you, and they give you a free session with both of them. So ask for, hey, I want to get a pre-release copy of The Little Black Book of Champions. That's going to be a classic for decades to come. The Little Black Book of Champions.
Awesome. Okay, can't forget about Sherry Brown.
Sherry Donahue Brown.
Sherry Donahue Brown,
Out of
the
Texas.
voiceless
Another person out of Texas. What's going on with this Texas thing going on?
Yes, her story is so tremendous. She has such a tremendous story about finding your purpose and your passion. And her book, The Voiceless Child, oh my goodness, the book is tremendous.
So as you're recommending the books, and if they're out there right now, what would be like the number one idea you recommend they do? They got a book now. Obviously, want to be in the authors camp.
AuthorCamp16.com.
AuthorCamp16.com, right above AuthorCamp16.com. But if they're out there right now and you have a book, an idea, what's one idea you can recommend that's going to help them convert this book over to cash? I know we mentioned several now, but if you can think of one, what's the top idea that comes to mind?
I like
Trevor's
Wealth Through
idea.
Automation.
Hey, Aisha Floyd.
Hey, a big shout out to Julia Royston,
Hey,
Dr.
Julia.
Trey Strager,
Dr. Trey.
That's my business BFF.
Sandy Hawks.
Hey, Sandy Hawks.
Heaven Thompson Pope.
Hey, Heaven.
Hakeem, by the way, Hakeem, man, that is a book reading brother.
Oh my goodness.
That-
That guy's like a walking library. He really
Yeah,
is.
Luciana Turner.
In the house.
Yeah, Candace Camille, Patricia Pitts, also
Hey.
known as Cat.
Cat.
But yeah, now listen, if you're just now joining on, you want to go back and rewatch this video, there was some really significant nuggets that we're talking about today. And you don't want to just catch a little bit louder. That's the only thing I hate about Facebook is that if you can rewind back to see what was talked about before live, that would be so much cooler, wouldn't it?
But they have to wait till it's
But
over.
hey, Mark, this is Trevor. Trevor Osmark. I know it's been a while since you and I had a talk, but I'll call you Mr. Zuckerberg so people won't know how close we really are. But Mark, Mr. Zuckerberg, you gotta set it up so we can rewind back on Facebook Live. You know what I mean? So
that
go ahead,
was
take
such
care.
a good way of doing that.
But Mark,
okay,
just go
let
ahead.
me tell you
Just
the
reach out to me about
petty way.
Facebook, Mark. Just send me a Facebook message and we can talk. And I'll give you some good ideas about how to take Facebook to the next level.
See,
You
that
can
was
write a book about it.
That was such a professional way of doing it. I'm gonna do the petty way.
All right, what's
Are you a
what's the petty way?
pettypreneur? Are you
No, I'm not a pettypreneur.
You
I'm not.
said you're not a pettypreneur?
I'm not a pettypreneur.
Okay.
I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone.
Okay, step out of your
and do
comfort
it the petty way. Now, Periscope lets you rewind. I'm just saying.
I don't know, but I don't know. Periscope might have to go out of business.
They might, yeah.
Them and Twitter. You might want to mention them. They looking like more like MySpace day by day.
Who, Periscope?
No, Twitter is they were up for sale. Their stock dropped by. They lost a $2 billion market cap valuation today. I was like, God Almighty! But you know what? You're doing pretty damn good when you can lose $2 billion. God.
Listen.
Let them say Trevor lost $2 billion.
That's because Snapchat on the other side, I think, is releasing something like $2 billion.
But you know what the problem is with,
So there's two different
with Twitter?
swingers.
The problem with Twitter is that they didn't evolve. You know who else did the same thing? Blockbuster. You know who else did the same thing? BlackBerry. Right? And you know who else is doing the same thing? These authors who's writing these boring-ass books that they're going to go broke on because they're not evolving to the marketplace. And there's so many doggone new ways and new things to do. And I'm telling you now, if you're just watching this, when this thing is over, you want to rewind it back and you want to listen to this.
Absolutely.
You want to listen to this because just some of the things that we talked about today is stuff that they're not doing. And so when y'all come to Author Camp, it's not just about writing a book. It's about doing something new, being a pioneer, being, enterprising,
Yes.
just putting your unique stamp on the world. You can't put a unique stamp on the world if your stamp looks like everybody else's stamp.
Right.
So it's about really using your methodology to make your mark on the world. And I think not enough experts know or have dug into their methodology. And too many times we spend all of our time quoting everybody else. But let me ask you the question, who's gonna quote you? If you ain't got a methodology, you ain't got nothing to quote. I'm just gonna sip this water.
You'll just sip
I'm
the water.
gonna do this. I'm gonna put my Kermit the Frog hat on.
Right.
I'm gonna sip this tea.
So,
Trevor,
Well,
what's
say
this
you
today?
asked.
the question I asked is, you keep saying there's the book they got to have, so they got to write a book, then they got to
And that's
market
the
the book,
thing.
and then they got to
That's
publish the
the
book,
thing.
right?
That's
So
the
if there was one idea you could offer to them, Trevor talked about having the different Facebook groups, so that's
different
that's
Facebook
one.
accountability groups.
Accountability groups, okay. What is your one idea that they could use? If they have a book, let's say they got a book or they're thinking about a book, what's the idea that they can help them market the book?
Okay. Well, see, those are two different things.
Right. One is that they already have it, so I'm gonna assume they already have a book.
Let's not assume that.
Okay, let's not assume they have a book. Okay.
That's
Oh, by the way,
problem.
Joanne Meeks, protect yourself
Oh, yeah,
from
so, hey,
pretend
Joanne.
friends and email scams. Okay, that sounds great. My book, How to Protect Yourself from Pretend Friends, How to Protect Yourself from Pretend Friend Requests and Email Scams.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll go for that. It was like, Aisha Floyd had my comment right below. She was like, wow. I was like, yeah, wow. Like, I mean, that's kind of interesting. Like,
As you're watching right now,
because I do get a lot of fake friend
idea,
requests.
just put an idea that people can use in order to market their book. Like, don't just watch, participate. So right now, just type what's one idea that you have that someone can do to market their book.
Julia Royston is going to take over our new book, Don't Be a Pettypreneur.
Oh yeah, she'll do that too.
Share that.
Julia is.
Does she have a husband too?
Yes.
Yeah, because I seen her. I think I see her husband. I think I'm Facebook friends with her husband. Like, don't they got like something together? Like this.
Yes, she has a publishing company. Julia Royston is a beast when it comes to publishing. She has written over 25 books.
Oh yeah, you definitely qualify as a beast.
She has published, her publishing company has published over 80. Wow. Julia will have the book written by the time I get home. She's in Louisville.
Okay.
Julia will have the Pettypreneur.
You're on the clock. No, it's Don't Be a Pettypreneur.
Don't be a
Julia, you're on the clock. We're looking for the book, Don't Be a Pettypreneur.
Julia will have the draft of that by next week.
Okay, Julia. You're
next
on
week,
the clock.
so when it's ready, you call us and we can bring you back on.
Yeah, we're going to bring you on.
Let's bring you on and talk about the book. So what's your one idea?
My one
And
idea.
if you have an idea, she's going to share hers. Share one idea that someone can use right now in order to market
This
this.
is why it's hard to get on Facebook Live, because now you start talking, and then more people start
I
coming
told you
on.
if you shake it, that happens. Mine does it all the time.
I'm gonna take the shake thing off. Now more people coming on. It's like, oh man, you feel like you should start all over with the talk, and they
Gotta
miss
watch the
some.
replay. Gotta watch the replay.
We're here about how to turn your book into a highly profitable money-making machine.
How to turn it into a highly profitable process that generates massive amounts of cash.
Yeah.
I'm a marketing
I
guy.
mean, we want your cash reserving fast and hard. How's that? Okay, go ahead.
My one idea is simple, and
Go ahead.
you may see this as too simple, Shay. and
No,
that
it's never too
is
simple.
You have to get the book out of your head. And
Okay.
you got to get it written. Everything we talked about today is worth nothing if you do not have the book. If you don't have the book, it's nothing. And I see so many aspiring writers. And not to step on nobody's toes, but
By the way, shout out to Brother Bedford.
Hey,
shout
Brother
out to Timothy
Bedford.
Shamil.
Brother Bedford,
Brother
put your
he got
book
that
down
book,
there,
he got that
Brother
book.
Bedford.
He got that book.
Put your book, Brother Bedford.
Wait.
Right.
Payment notification.
Payment
Notification of payment receipt.
Is that what it
Oh, that
is?
book is dope. Notification of payment
Brother Bedford, you got to put your book down in
Yeah,
the
that book
feed.
is dope.
Go ahead, go put a link to the
Payment
book.
receipt.
I'm gonna do a shout out, Brother Bedford.
PayPal.
All right.
I love it.
Okay.
Love that book.
So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the question is, why do they struggle so hard to keep this stuff in their head? Like I mean, it seems to me they would sit down and start writing their ideas out or talking it out, because you can talk it out now as well.
Absolutely.
So why this big struggle? Because there's a lot of put it like this: for every day that someone doesn't get the book out their head, for every day that they
money.
don't decide to market it, there's
That's
money left
yes.
on the table for them.
Yes.
But once it's done, they have it for the rest of their life.
Absolutely.
Like, I mean, there's a
Absolutely.
lifetime value. So
And so here's the thing.
what's the
If you
struggle?
have- if
And then
you
we're talking about how to
have
make
a
money
book,
with it. So
if
hold
you
on. So
already
I want to
have
stay
a
tuned. We're gonna come back and show you step by step how to monetize that book. Go ahead.
If you already have a book,
If,
you can
the big
take-
if.
you can take some of these great things that Trevor has said, and you can do something. You can make some change. You can decide to market it differently. You can decide to do some stuff differently. But until you have the book, this whole conversation is just words.
Right,
It's
but
just
some folks have been
conversation.
in this conversation
Forever.
year after year,
Yes.
day after day,
Yes.
month after month, year
Yes.
after year.
Here's my
and
thing.
I gotta feel they're not gonna go anywhere.
But
Here's
that's
the
the reason
thing.
why we did
If
Author
you-
Camp.
I
So they
like
can
it.
actually get their butt in there and get
Absolutely.
write the book.
So
and
let
then you
me
got
get
no
this
Listen,
right.
if
So let me
you
get this
have
right.
been trying to write a book for more than 6 months,
Woo, you said 6 months. Forget 6 years.
no.
Some folks
If
their whole
you
life.
have been- if you started this year with writing a book was going to be one of the things you accomplished this year.
Okay.
If your book is not published right now, you need to be an author camp.
No. I like what Stephanie Mann said. Let me click on this. She said, why would you waste 10 years of your life working on your never-ending, never truly started book when you can spend 3 days producing your masterpiece? Why the heck do you think we created Author Camp? God, Jesus!
See?
Read that thing again. Listen, why would you waste 10 years of your life working on your never-ending, never truly started book when you can spend 3 days producing your masterpiece? Why the heck do you think we created AutoCAD?
She is a master of words, and that's what I'm saying.
just
If you struggle, if you have this idea,
But
and you're struggling with the words, Stephanie is gonna be there.
Ghostwriter to the star.
Yes, to help you figure out some of these words. There's no excuse. But listen, the book is not gonna write itself. It's not. And if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna keep getting what you're getting. And that is no book written. You have to do something different. You absolutely have to do something different. If you've been trying for more than 6 months, and this is my big thing, you need a coach. Anything you have been trying to do for more than 6 months,
Right, it's time to do it.
Nah, you need a coach. She said, right, you need a coach.
You need a coach. I mean, and that's with everything. I mean, beginning of the year, me and Kansas Camille, we're gonna be on it because I need a health coach.
But
You know, if you've done something for more than 6 months,
Yeah,
trying
Candace
to
Camille's
do
virtual
something.
gym is the bomb.
Listen,
That virtual gym is no joke.
I realize I need a coach when it comes to weight loss. I need a coach.
Right.
Some people, you got to realize, okay, I've been working on this book forever. I need a coach.
Yeah.
So they get their book done. You know, one idea that I would share that they could use to market their book or get it out there is to turn the book into some type of mastermind or club that's working through it together. And Trevor talks about how to do it through 8 different for each chapter, and that's one way they can have accountability with each chapter. They also could take that mastermind and they could sell that mastermind maybe by itself. Folks join their mastermind for the whole purpose of being together as part of a network, as part of a community of folks. And then some folks may hold you accountable, but other folks may offer suggestions, ideas to add on to the book based on their experience. So now you bring in other folks. So this $20 book all of a sudden could be converted into, I don't know, a $200 or $300 product easily at a minimum.
And a $2,000 product.
Well, I was going to mention that they could have another step behind that. That's just an idea. Trevor talked about many things with the cards and so forth. But what if they came together once every 6 months? And everyone who purchased the book had opportunity to come into town. Then there's got to be an investment. I mean, you got to invest maybe it's $3,000 or something of that nature. But now they're part of a very intensive, hands-on, live, right there, breaking out into separate groups. That's a whole nother experience. So you can have a book and just take, you already got the content for the most part, and you could take that and convert that over. So now you got a book that was $20, that's now $300 per sale. Give the book away, or like you said, invite them to a $3,000 or even a $5,000 program. It's not for everybody, but for the right folks that want to be at that exclusive level. So depending on the book that you read now, one of the books I'm reading now is The Art of War by the Navy SEALs. It's called The Navy SEALs, The Art of War. A brother wrote the book, by the way. A brother wrote the book. The brother is bad to the bone, and he has this whole Navy SEAL program. I'm considering for us, man. And you pay this money based on the book, where you go through this Navy SEAL training in the area of leadership. So he put in his canvas size, these books. I was so juiced up. I was like, oh man.
I tell you, Shay, go on. You be by yourself at the time of that Navy SEAL training.
So check this out. Now, if you haven't checked it out, it's called the Navy SEAL Art of the War. It's a black and red book, and he's talking about leadership principles, Navy SEAL, team building, commitment, dedication, mission, and so forth. But my point is, his book, which I went and got on Audible, I paid my $14. I'm now considering this, I think it's like $8,000, $10,000 program to go with the best of the best and go away for like 96 hours and go through the most elite heavyweight training there is.
You should do it, Shay. You should do it.
So
everybody say, Shay, do it. Go, Shay, go. Everybody type in there, go, Shay, go. Go, Shay, go.
So
type in the group right now. Go, Shay, go. Go, Shay, go.
My point is not about me. It's not
do
about
it, Shay,
me.
do it. She did it. Go, Shay, go. Go, Shay, go.
I'm thinking,
You can do it, Shay.
$8,000 program.
No,
I'm
do it, Shay.
considering
Go,
the
Shay,
program
go.
because I read this book. Okay,
96 hours, Shay. 96 hours.
96-hour intensive. I'm like, $8,000 from a $14 book.
Go,
Like,
Shay, go. Go, Shay, go. Put in the group. Put in the group. Go, Shay, go.
Swimming, yelling, and screaming and shooting. Oh,
Go, Shay, go. Go, Shay,
They
go.
have missions and stuff like that.
They're not. Don't give him a gun up. But go, Shay.
It's a BB gun to give you, by the way.
You don't want Shay with a gun.
They get a BB gun with
Shay,
pellets. So they really shoot you.
Shay, I wouldn't trust you with a slingshot. But go,
okay, my point is still the same. If you have a book, just like I'm considering an $8,000 program, okay? If you have a book, and it does solve a problem,
$8,000 program, which will be swiped over the company credit card.
It's $8,000 a person now, but that's cool. I'm so excited. Look, my brother wrote the book. You can go check it out.
Right.
The Art of War.
This is the pre-setup
Navy
for
SEAL leadership.
I think
it's amazing.
These the best.
Like $8,000,
Right.
it's worth it.
Hashtag the setup.
Y'all have this conversation.
When I do it, and I come back and report this $8,000 program.
We can ready head out
from this book.
We can ready head out because we're going to the reunion for the CEO Business Cafe.
Today?
Yeah,
Today?
We're gonna head over there because I know we gotta go see our good friend Odessa Hopkins. By the way, big shout out to Odessa Hopkins.
Hey, Odessa.
Author of The Millionaire Hustle. Author of What's Your Millionaire Hustle?
Yes.
Right. And then her husband Rick Hopkins wrote "Non-profit doesn't mean no profit." Right.
Does he have a program behind that too?
Yeah.
So classic example. So I'm thinking, whoa, who can teach me to do that now?
Right. But in all seriousness, if you're just now tuning in, you want to rewind this back and you want to look at some of the ideas that we talked about, because we really gave you some really new ways to really position your book for profitability and for operating within your purpose. So, go back, rewind this back, and at the very least, we'll probably do a special call for those people who register today. By the way, it didn't cost you anything to register, so just going over to authorcamp16.com, get registered, and we'll probably do a special call following up tomorrow where you have time to kind of have your notepad out and you really be ready. So we'll do something special.
I'll be here all weekend.
Right. You be all weekend?
I'll be here all
I
weekend.
think you'll be all weekend. Yeah, so Author Camp 16, go ahead and do it right now. But with that being said, in the comment sections below, shout out your business or shout out your book, because one of the reasons that we do this is we do this to make sure that you, the entrepreneur, gets your chance to shine. Are we happy that we're on here and we're talking? Yeah, but entrepreneurship is not about me or you. It's about you. It's about we. It's about us. And so one of the things that we believe is that we're not competitors. We are collaborators. And we never know which video may go viral. Maybe it goes viral because Mark Zuckerberg calls me back. Right? We don't know.
Right.
Hashtag Mark called me back. But maybe it goes viral because of that. But every comment, when a video gets shared on Facebook, every comment gets shared right along with it. And so those comments should be comments relative to what's your business, what's it about, how do people get it, what's your book. So right now in the comment section, just share a little bit about your business. Don't just say, here's my business. Tell people why your business exists. You got to get used to virtual networking. Every time you go into a space where virtual networking is encouraged. It's encouraged. Talk about your book, talk about your business, talk about your product, talk about your services, but talk about it in meaningful ways that makes a difference for other people. With that being said, I want you to go out and be amazing. I pass it over to you, Shay, and then we'll get final thoughts for our guest today.
Yeah, our guest is in the house. We're talking about Author Camp 16, and in all seriousness, for those folks that are here, yes, take a look at Author Camp 16, but also make a commitment to yourself right now that you're going to get your message out, whatever it is. You're going to get your story out, whatever it is, or your expertise. Get it into a book, and that's like the first step. So at least get that done, get that completed, whether you look at Author Camp 16 or you do it yourself, get it done. But then also, don't just leave it there. If you got a book or had it, think about how you're going to market it and then how you're going to publish it in the many different ways you can monetize it. Because that one book done one time, that could be your $1 million reoccurring revenue stream year after year for the rest of your life. So I know it's there. I know it's inside you. We all have our own story. We all have our own perspective. I'm encouraging you to get it done. For those who want more questions or have questions or just want to know more about it, look up there. You'll see authorcamp16.com. Take a look at it. Have a conversation with someone. Authorcamp16.com.
It's 16?
Yeah. Authorcamp16.com. 16.com. Take a look at it. But also for me, look below and go ahead and type your business in. Like right now, type your business in your Facebook page or the page to your book. And let's all support each other. With that being said, we have the great Vanessa Collins in town here from down in Louisville, Kentucky. Well, really outside of Louisville, Kentucky. A little small.
On the Indiana side.
On the Indiana side, but she's in the house today representing from Chicago. Enjoy your pizza.
Look, I'm giving her some hearts. I'm giving her some hearts, some thumbs ups. See, look, so you get the hearts. See, look.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you know you get a couple of hearts going. So I'm giving you some hearts.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So Vanessa, what you got to say now? You're here and you had pizza. Was the pizza good? I mean, Chicago has some good pizza.
This pizza was good.
So Blaze Pizza.
Blaze Pizza in the house. The Blaze Pizza was blazing.
Yes,
It was
absolutely.
good. You're like, okay, all right. Because
Absolutely.
first she was like, there was no pizza like Chicago pizza.
I know.
So
I
how
had
dare
to
you bring me to a
represent for
pizza place?
Chi-Town pizza,
Well,
but
welcome
this
to
is
Laurel,
good.
Maryland.
This is good. Listen, my final words is this. Somebody is waiting on your solution. We talked about how you can make money and all of that, and that's true. That's absolutely true. But somebody's waiting on your solution, and you need to get it out there. You need to get it out there. Most of us became entrepreneurs because we wanted to help someone. It wasn't just about the money, because if it was just about the money, a lot of us would go back and get a job.
Yeah, true. Hashtag stay on purpose.
Stay on purpose. Your purpose is to help somebody. And that knowledge you have in your head is not going to help anyone. Get it out on the book.
Yep.
So that being
Hashtag
said,
stay on purpose.
Stay on purpose. That being said, thank you all for joining. Catch us soon. Remember to check back with us. With that being said, make it a great day, everyone.
And we'll
make good things happen. We
We'll
connect
get
again next time.
Next time.
We'll have some additional soda. Soda was really
I'll say
good, by the
something.
way. This place is amazing. You like this place? You have a good time hanging out?
Blazing pizza for
Blazing
Blaze.
pizza. Okay. See, you just never know, do you?
See you later, Julia.